Yeah, the only district name I have is here in here is the shit area.
That's definitely affordable.
Yeah, that's not precisely where Stinking Ox Bar, popular spot, drinking spot for laborers. Okay, I'll probably check that out at some point.
Oh yeah, there's a good place for you to stay. Orphanage, no.
Well, maybe if I was still 11.
It would be funny to have you staying at the orphanage.
Damn, didn't you put any inns on this map?
There are a bunch of them.
I can't find them. I'm trying to help here.
How about Bedtime Bear?
Bedtime Bear sounds good. Where's that at?
It's near the Brass Bear. Let's see. Where do I find it on? Okay, on the extreme left of the map, see where City Wall is? In the middle, it says just City Wall.
Sunset Gate, Glip Glop District.
South. Go south of Stonecutter City Gate.
Right.
Eventually.
City Wall. Got it.
Okay.
Right by the graveyards. Turn off Nova Way. Shitty rutted dirt track. Okay.
Yep. Let's see. From Graveyard Cemetery, Bedtime Bear.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Right. So you're close. You're not far from the cemetery, so you know it's quiet.
Right.
So yeah, Bedtime Bear. It's kind of attached to the Brass Bear.
Okay, I walk into Bedtime Bear and I say I will gladly pay you I'd gladly pay you Friday for a room on Tuesday.
They look at you for a while. Yeah, you're not getting paid that quick, but let's see, you're going to need the money. Price list, PC copy. Let's see, this is pretty much a middle of the road accommodation. Let's see, this is normally a hotel. They can rent you, you can have your own room with no bathroom. It's like you have to walk over to the public bathroom thing that's down the hall for 4 guilders per night.
Okay.
But they weren't willing to extend credit, but this one dude speaks up and he goes, "Go ahead and when you said when are you going to be getting money there, stranger?" says the guy.
Well, I've got a job. I've got a job as security, and I don't know how soon they pay, but I figure within a week or two.
Come and have a drink and let us talk about this, he says.
Sure. Jake. My name's Jake.
Hello,
you
Jake.
Are?
Hold on, I'm trying to find this asshole. Because you are starting in media res again. I didn't expect people to get here for reasons.
Yeah, that's the first rule. Gee, I mean, your players will go where you're least prepared, or
I thought you'd be in the other zone, but that's fine.
Yeah, I did too, actually. When I first got there, I figured I'm here for a while.
There it is. My name is Gumberto Cosmo. He's a big bear man. He looks like the kind of guy who would be voted most likely in his class to become a werebear someday. He says, "Please be my guest here at the Brass Bear." He says, "So you're going to be doing security. Where did you get that job at?"
The Citizens, the Bureau for the Citizens Advice
Citizens Advice Bureau. Fine. Yeah. He says, "I'll tell you what. We will drink and talk tonight. You seem like a decent fellow. And House Cosmo will be happy to underwrite him. If he doesn't pay, then we will pay for it." This makes the owner of the Brass Bear happy. And he says, "So sit down and tell me about yourself. Where are you from?"
Here and there, but I guess the best way to say it is I'm from Australia.
Really?
You know about Australia?
I've heard of it. I've heard that on in the colony, the New World, that some Australians did some mighty good fighting.
Yes, we are a bold warrior race, and we take care of business.
Interesting. While you guys are talking, a couple of rough-looking types enter, and like just look like they were just coming in, and they see the guy you're with, and then they look at you like, and they look at you.
I'm sorry, that was a facial expression. I'm looking at the back. Go ahead, do that again.
They're looking at you like, pretty much. Give me an empathy roll. See what's going on here.
Oh, fumble.
They're both mad with lust for you.
Wait, yeah, fumble.
They're both mad with lust for you, and then they look at you and immediately decide to, without speaking to each other, to immediately leave and go have a wank while thinking about you. The guy you're talking to didn't see them, but they saw him, and then they saw you, decide to go wank and leave.
Right, we're overcome with passion and had to go take care of business.
Fucking rub one out quick.
Right. Okay. Well, I pinch my porn stash and smile creepily.
That's so fucked up. No problem. Gumberto says, "Well, we'll have to see how you do on this job, whatever one you've got going. But we could always use somebody, who's good with fighting for the Cosmo family if you're hiring out and such."
Sure.
You're thinking, what a fucking city. I've been here for less than a half a day, a couple hours at best, and I've got multiple jobs and shit. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. Logan is on top of his shit. He says, but we'll wait on that and see what's up with your, we don't want to interfere with the art job that you've got and stuff.
No, of course not.
You don't mind me being indelicate and asking, does it pay enough to cover the room?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Great. Yeah, then I don't see any problem. So,
being from Australia, I'm new to the city of Melwicks. What can you tell me? What do they do here? What's their exports, imports?
Well,
what
now
cities are there?
Did you come directly from Australia? Because I thought that place was kind of half myth, half fable, and that the Australians were native to the New World.
Well, in a way, I did. We have the ability to gate. If you don't know what that is, then I can't really explain it.
Well, I'm assuming you came in through the seaport ATAW to get here, then, correct?
Yes.
Great. Well, after coming in through the ATAW and stuff to here, it's a pretty good city. I mean, here in Genovia, we very much, it's all about business, taking care of business. A lot of things going on. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, if you hear anybody from the Clementi family, be advised they're dangerous people. I don't want you to get hurt.
I'll make a note of that. Thank you very much, sir.
The guy scratches the white hair on his temples and he says, so, yeah, if you need to contact me, I either drink here or, of course, we have a blade school, I'm not sure if you're really into the sword and such, but it is used for matters of honor. Of course, not in the city limits, as peace bonding and such. But, it's more elegant weapon than a pistol or rifle or shotgun.
Yes, I enjoy. I fence in Australia. Yes.
Oh well, the Australians must be very good at their. You should stop by sometime, and we'll see the metal of your steel. Yes, excellent.
Sword. Where is this place? The sword what?
The school.
Oh, the school. Okay.
Oh yes, of course.
And you're a teacher there.
Yes. He says in the Glip Glop district is our estates, and of course the Cosmos Sword School.
Okay.
We are fierce rivals of the Beniti Sword School. And by rivals, I mean stay away from them so you're not accidentally killed. We want to be on your good side. Australia.
Beniti. Okay. Also dangerous.
They are scum who have barely know the meaning of the word honor.
I've met the sort. Not my favorite sort of person. Not honorable such as yourself.
Why, thank you. He proposes getting you good and drunk. When does your job begin? It begins tomorrow morning, you think?
Okay. I have to be up in the morning, so.
Great. Then we have tonight to drink.
Yes.
Cut to a blur of drinking. Now, you do get to find out some interesting stuff. Let's see. I will give you a copy. It's a bit of a longish thing. Let's see if it works in Roll20. Yeah, it's a lot of scrolling up, but oh wait, no, I'm thinking it might be too long for that. Shit. Hold on, let me put it in a text file and put it onto the Dropbox.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
It's pretty much all of the how much does shit cost. There'll be a price list. That way you've got an idea because he's happy to talk to you about prices and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And plus you get to see obviously how much he spends on alcohol and such. But yeah, this is the upside and downside of a detailed thing is, by God, where's the upload button? You bastards, let me upload something new. There it is. File. Documents. Genovia price list. Share. Create link. Copy link. Give link to Russ. There you go, mate.
Beautiful. Yes, I do want to leave the Roll20, and oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to download that. Do you know your price list? Okay, cool.
I'm going to say it's just a text file, so it should be a really quick download.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like 1,500 bytes. Okay. Find out in game. Okay, cool. So one of the things I do ask him about when I seem like I'm a little drunk.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, give me an alcohol tolerance roll to see just how drunk you are.
Right. I'm very drunk.
You're not quite Conan drunk when you think to ask him this, but you're getting there.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was wondering about the magic of this place. Is there a good place to learn magic?
Let's see. He says, oh, yeah. Actually, is there magic here? I don't know. I've got to find out. Hold on a second. There is magic here, but I'm not sure if anybody teaches it or not.
And do I get a check in my blurred vision spell because I've been drinking so much?
Yeah, you just have blurry vision rather than casting it. Oh, there is magic. I'm not sure if anybody. Oops. New.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is gauge what the reaction would be if I pull a sword out of my pocket.
That's a good question. But honestly, most people have guns and shit.
Right.
So Yeah, I don't think there's a magic trainer. You may find a magic trainer when you actually begin looking through all this shit and go, Logan, there's a magic trainer.
Okay, but there is magic in the land. He knows what I'm talking about. He doesn't look surprised
Yeah.
or think I'm, buddy, you need to cut you off.
That's take a card for asking at a good time. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Attitudes on magic. There we go. People who cast magic are generally considered bad.
Right. Okay.
Doing magic, bad. Magic exists, but is bad. You may be an elf or elf sympathizer if you do magic.
Right.
Magic, bad. Everybody fucking hates the elves, you think?
Yep. Those fucking elves. Every dimension. Nobody likes the elves, man. That's terrible. So yeah, I do ask him, where I can arm myself, if he can loan me a pistol or something.
Well, he says, in order to, are you talking peace bonded, or do you want to be able to carry it?
Without. I would prefer to just be able to carry it, but
you need to. The only people who can just carry it are either in the military. If you're in a private guard force, then you can only have it on the property that guard force is attached to, or if you get a noble writ. And of course, that's not going to happen. Nobody gets a noble writ anymore.
Right. Okay, so I'm just curious about what kind of options I have for the security job.
Oh yeah, well, if you're on their security force and they issue you weapons, you'll be able to have the weapons in that place.
Okay.
They give you a writ to bear weapons in that place.
Sure.
But you couldn't carry them around on the street unless they're peace bonded, or if they're in some sort of box and it's tied, he says, then you could do that.
Right. So transporting weapons that could be used in any ready fashion is strictly illegal.
Right out, he says. He knocks over something. Shit. more alcohol, he yells.
More alcohol, yes, please. All right. So
yeah, magic bad, weapons bad, but it's very much it's pretty much, if somebody has a disagreement, like a sudden disagreement, then it's all about time to stab each other to death with knives. Now the knives are not considered for that, like legally they're all considered eating utensils, but everybody carries one in case they gotta stab somebody to death.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and get myself a knife then before I go to bed tonight.
You what?
I'm going to ask him if where I can get a knife to protect myself, because I'm a fierce warrior.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he's happy to lend you one of his, and it even has the Cosmo. Well, all this shit has the Cosmo thing on it. So, kind of a interesting thing there. It looks like a Cosmo issue knife.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he says, don't do anything to dishonor that crest.
Absolutely not. You can put your faith in the Australians.
The last of the words kind of end as you topple off your chair, and eventually you get woken up in the morning and such, and it's time to go to work.
Okay. All right. I strap on my knife, and I put on my Phantom of the Opera cape, which is really appropriate here for some reason.
It's the only clothes you have, so I'm glad that you're wearing it. You look like the guy from the AC/DC who dresses as a student, but you have a cape. That's your fucking look. When you get to the auction thing, they look at you like you are some sort of fucking freak, and then they see the knife and they're like, "Oh, you are with Cosmo."
Yeah, I met him last night. he quickly befriended me
Oh,
upon hearing that I was from Australia.
yes. Well, you must have made quite an impression on him. They look at the hilt of the dagger again.
Is the Cosmo name feared here in Melix?
Oh, it is one of the noble house's names and stuff. That would also explain why those two guys were following you.
Ah, did I
They
get a surveillance roll on that?
You can try for counter surveillance at -30.
All right. Well, I got some counter surveillance, so I'm going to give that a shot. Yeah, that's a fumble.
You look, you don't see, you just see normal street traffic going by. You do see somebody going by. There's a small mob of people dragging some baffled-looking old woman through the streets, going, "She's a witch!" Bang! Says one. They're dragging her off toward the courthouse.
Mm-hmm. So, is it a good idea for me to be friends with the Cosmo family? Is that?
Well, I'm just saying, by wearing their knife, that your friends are their friends, but your enemies are their enemies. Yeah, you may as well leave it on now. I'm sure that those guys have already seen it. I think that you might want to be extra careful anytime you leave this area, though, because I think that they may be with House Clementi.
Okay.
They'll probably stab you to death if you leave. So, are you here for the job?
Well, yeah, I'm here for the job.
That's great, he says, ignoring your problems. He says, well, I'll tell you what, in good news, you can sleep on the premises because, we could use somebody who's pretty much willing to work their ass off here and stuff. Now, there's other security guards as well. This is a large building. Some of these other dudes you'll be working with are obviously questionable. You're thinking a couple of them look downright criminal. The building is really large. It's a basement with boards over dirt floor where various things are kept. Lots of floors, doors, windows. Just wandering around it as you get the tour with the other new guys, you're thinking, how in the fuck are we going to keep any of this shit safe? We just don't have the manpower.
This is unsecurable without 50 guys.
At least 50 guys. Also, to make things worse, just before the auction, which is now, which is like they're gearing up for it, there's going to be cleaners, auctioneers, catering staff, etc., all coming in and out at all hours.
Right. Okay, this is like securing the southern border of the United States. Good luck with that, buddy.
Exactly. Let's see, and the auction house itself, clearly in over its head. They had a certain number of security people, but the auction apparently is blowing up, and so now they're hiring anybody available, which includes some of the most reprobate scum you've ever seen. Let's see, 5 of the normal auction guards seem to, from what you're told, run into a huge string of bad luck in just last week. 2 got very sick from severe food poisoning. One's in a coma from falling off a building. One died in a bar brawl, and the other simply disappeared.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah. So, essentially, your job will be to make sure everything runs smoothly. Claps you on the shoulder. Have you done anything like this before, he says?
Yeah, I have actually.
Great. And I heard you're Australian.
Yes, I am.
Is that on the mother's side or the father's side?
That is on the mother's side. That's how we know I'm Australian.
He's pretending he knows what the fuck you're talking about, but since you're making it up, he may be full of shit. Great, he says. That's exactly the kind of sighting we need. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Well,
what are we selling?
We are auctioning off. There was it's an estate sale from a gentleman who gives you the fucking long ass name. who died. He was reputed to be some sort of sorcerer and stuff. But people say that about anybody who lives alone by themselves in a tower and spends a lot of their time by themselves. The usual things.
Known for blowing up small villages at all?
Well, there was a couple of villages actually you're familiar with. Long name. Yeah, he's got quite a legacy. One of the guys asks, so isn't that the guy who was accused of practicing forbidden magics? And the guy's like, yes. But he died, and his first heir went out and then mysteriously disappeared. But his second heir went out and decided to instead of going out to check on the holdings, have all of his stuff shipped here. And so he hired a company, and aside from the people who died from various mysterious accidents and such, the rest of it was all shipped here. And we'll be selling it in a couple of days.
Okay.
And proceeds going to hiring you as well as to the heir.
Okay. Do you have a guard captain? I haven't met the guard captain. Do you have a leader of the security forces?
Well, unfortunately, he mysteriously disappeared. So since you're Australian, we're giving you the job.
Ah.
All these reprobate scumbags who look like the best you can hope from some of them is that they'll fall asleep.
Right.
As opposed to trying to steal everything.
Well, I'm going to attempt to form a perimeter. Are there any good choke points?
Do you have any kind of strategy skills or anything?
I've got military tactics and I've got surveillance.
Give me a military tactics roll. Let's go with that. You can secure this place in a good militaristic fashion.
That is a success at tactics military.
No problem. Yes, the guy comes and checks on you from time to time, and he is fucking impressed. Do you have any kind of leadership skills?
I'm not sure what that is.
Any skill that you think might help with leadership, you can choose.
Okay.
Getting people to follow your orders.
Intimidation. I'm going to be a badass.
I love it. Give me an intimidation roll to fucking the scum may respond well to a heavy hand.
That's a success.
No problem. The guy comes by and he goes, keep up this kind of good work. We'll increase your personal bonus if everything goes well.
All right. Okay. Are there any good vantage points using my surveillance skills? You described basically a warren, a rat's warren of a place. So
that's right.
Is there any place of strategic advantage at all, or is it just we're fucked?
You're pretty well fucked, but you do find a place where you can hang out where it will give you the opportunity that, don't roll it now, but if somebody was to break in and try to get like the more expensive items from the stash, then you can see them, but they might not see you.
Okay.
And
I'm going to find the best of the thugs and reprobates and put them as a team in that area.
No problem. It's the night. I'm going to cut to real quick. It's the night before the auction, and by God, a bunch of guys do try breaking in to get it. We're going to do a little bit of combat just to see how we do in this. And oh shit, don't need that. Standard combat, these are not excessively motivated thugs. They just want to make a fucking profit by stealing shit that you're guarding.
Okay.
Round one, villains are first, heroes are second. They all attempt to charge in and fucking take you by surprise. They are fucking literally just falling over, skidding in the dirt. You're trying to fucking not laugh at them too much because, it's the most pathetic, ragged charge you've ever seen. Your guys are
Right.
literally stunned watching them charging in. They don't even make it into combat range. You'll probably have to wait till next round where they can saunter in.
Okay, heroes. Fast draw sword.
Excellent.
Oh, critical fast draw sword.
Excellent. Well, you've still got another action, but there's no targets within reach. You just go bing, and there's a sword. And the guy next to you goes, that's nice. He thought you got it from like somewhere else. He didn't know it came from nowhere.
Yeah. I attempt to look as menacing as possible and put myself between the ragtag group that's attempting to rob us and tell them,
give me a critical intimidation, you will literally scare some of them to death.
Nope, that's a fail.
A fail?
Yeah, it was a fail on intimidation.
I'm shocked. I thought your intimidation was higher than that because of the porn stash. So no problem. You growl at them, but they keep coming anyway. Next round.
I prepare to slap them down.
Your guys have plenty of time to get ready, in fact. They would have been taken by surprise, but when you got time to get in, find your helmet, put it on, all that kind of shit. Heroes are first. Attack is approved. Nice. You guys all hold action until the bad guys slowly waddle within range, and now you can go ahead and attack, and if you can pull it off, you get a card.
Do we still pull cards? What's the rules on that? I think
you start with
combat rules.
You start with 3 cards pooled because you're by yourself, and then at the end of each round you get a. Oh wait, no, there's no pooling anymore. You can only have 8 cards, but you can use all of them anytime you want. Sorry, we got rid of pooling. You're right.
That's what I thought. Yeah, okay.
You are absolutely right. So, yeah, unnecessarily complicated. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to play haste, and then I'm going to attack twice.
You can still only get 1 card for the approved action. Okay.
Yeah. Hit.
Same guy or different guys?
Same guy. I want to kill somebody fast, and maybe that'll intimidate him off.
Yes, that is possible.
What is that? D8. Yeah. Roll 2D8.
Unless you have special bumps for anything.
Like martial arts or size, or I don't have strength in martial arts, so.
Okay.
11 points.
That fucking drops one dude just barely. He goes, ah! He falls over. Now, let's see how your other guys do. They're not great.
Yep. Oh,
nice. They're doing pretty well, though, in general. Some of them are hitting, which is impressive, and, laying out a little bit of damage. The bad guys try for their morale because just as soon as they came in, low is good for the bad guys. They fucking turn and run screaming, having fumbled the morale check. They run off. A couple of them, they're shit. It starts where the guy was and trails toward the exit that they came in. There's one dead guy. The museum guys all get. You are given 50 guilders, just like here, says the guy who hired you. You are obviously proving your worth. Have some money now. So that, since you're staying here and can't spend it, we decided to give you money right now.
Very good.
Now, we cut to the day of the auction. There's a whole bunch of people. Basically, you guys are given the, what's it called? The speech about treating the really rich clients not like a bitch, treat them really good and stuff. Sir everything and all that.
Sir deferential, yes. The best in manners, of course. It's my
excellent.
What's my etiquette skill? Oh, I got it at base.
Nice.
Etiquette learn. Nice.
Give me an etiquette roll to fart on somebody.
Why is this taking so long? Not to fail.
They explain you're Australian.
Yeah.
Poor Pete. Okay, so no problem. There's a bunch of different shit that it gets auctioned. An interesting thing comes about. Give me a essence times 3 or less. Yes, you can get check in essence if you succeed in this. Otherwise, you are resigned to the scrap pile of history.
That's a fail, but I'm going to throw a hero point on that.
Oh, there's no need. Nice. All right, scrap pile of history. Shit gets bought and sold. You don't care. You're guarding. Or guards, it says. No problem. Eventually, some And the people buying the shit are some of the most evil looking scum. There's even a fucking over the top Dr. Fu Manchu type acting individual and shit. And
that is so creepy. That's the first thing I thought of when you said evil looking people. I was thinking of this Fu Manchu mustache.
Nice. We are some racist bitches. Anyway, and he's got bodyguards with him, and he sits there and he's got like the not like your porn mustache, but like and he's sitting there stroking it. He's got a fucking white cat and all that. It's just it's an over the top clearinghouse for bad guy paraphernalia to other bad guys.
Yeah, Ming the Merciless shows up. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. But the auction, other than that little hiccup, now keep in mind that you're there for a total of actually it ended up getting moved up a little bit. You're there for about 8 days. You're not climatized to the city yet, but you know a couple dudes like who aren't great at it. They're in the hobbyist category for muscle. But you know a couple guys who like 2 guys that would work for you again. They're scared of you, but they would work for you.
Okay. I have a question about the sword trick.
Oh, you didn't actually have to pay for anything except one night of your fucking stay at the thing because you ended up having to stay here because you can't leave because 2 guys are supposed to kill you when you do.
Yeah, I give what was his name? I have this in my notes. I give Gumberto 10 guilders and thank him for the courtesy.
Well, you're not out of this place yet. You're not sure
okay.
you can leave without being stabbed. But you end up getting 200 base plus, let's see, you picked up in there, you already got paid that. So you end up getting, in addition to what you already got, you get another 250 guilders.
All right.
Yeah, you pretty much went over without a hitch. You absolutely failed to notice anything odd. Yeah.
Okay. And we know nothing happened because I didn't have to make a spot hidden roll.
Oh no, they were obviously selling bad guys shit to other bad guys. So yeah. These things happen.
Well, okay. I got the point of this place now. Okay.
Well, it was an estate sale.
Right. With a guy who blows up towns, because I had a campaign like this where all wizards, where anybody who could cast a fireball was immediately exiled.
Nice. Right. As you're standing there, you're getting ready to leave. You haven't left yet because you never saw the other guys that they were pointing out. They're coming to kill you.
Right.
So you don't know if they're here. You do see. Give me a spot at -30.
My spot's not that good. Fail.
No problem. Just some guy going by carrying a big bundle of sticks. Doesn't seem interested in you.
Okay.
Yes, I've already programmed out all of the fucking random street encounters. I know exactly what's happening. If you just wander the streets, you'll get street encounters.
Right.
Too much time to prep. So, okay. Do you wish to set foot off of here? What are you going to do with your sword, by the way? Just throw it in the bushes?
That's what I meant to ask you. Is sword trick, are spells as obvious as they were in Heroic Cthulhu?
Oh yeah.
Sword trick is all right. Well, then I'm going to try and find some place where I'm out of sight.
That's easy. There's plenty of places in this fucking Civ catacombs fucked up. Who would set up an auction house here? Are you stupid? There's too many ways in. Yeah, go ahead and give me a try sword trick rolls till you run out of magic points or fumble or succeed.
That's a success. Sword trick.
Yep, he says. Aha, it's gone. Well,
6 points, right? Yeah, 6 points.
Great.
Okay. Now you see it, now you don't. All right, so yeah, I'm going to stroll because I failed my spot and fumbled my counter surveillance on the way. I'm going to stroll off this place like an idiot.
No problem. Hey, you don't get stabbed to death, which is disappointing, but you do spot various people wearing yellow and orange robes wandering around.
Okay.
So, where to? You have not yet met the Mr. Cosmo again to give him money and shit.
Right. I'm thinking going back to bedtime there and see if he's there drinking again.
No problem. Yeah, you go back. Give me a luck roll. I don't know if he's there this instant.
That's a fail.
He is not, but the bartender looks real familiar. He's the one who got you drunk before.
Mm-hmm. All right, I give him 5 guilder for hospitality.
No problem, he says. Thank you very much.
And that doesn't include the room price. I got to find a comparator. Have you seen him around?
If you want to leave money, he just said he would cover you if you didn't pay. So if you want to pay for the room, then he will not have to cover you, sir.
Okay, I'll pay for the room then. That's 4 guilder, what, a week, a night?
Per night, sir.
Per night, okay. So I will do a week, which is, what, 7 days here?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that's 28 guilder?
Yep. Yeah, that'll give you comfort and being able to have a place to call home while exploring or whatever it is you're going to do. But
Yeah.
You're very happy just how quickly missions and shit come available.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go to the sword school.
No problem. As you are on the way there, you find some group of idiots going out hunting for spellcasters to beat up or kill. One has his own sack of doorknobs and miscellaneous improvised weapons and hate. They're also They seem angry that somebody named Princess Danny is under the sway of an evil spell, and yell about it a lot. Apparently, what you're picking up is that magic wasn't always as bad, but ever since somebody named Princess Danny fell under an evil spell, people's all pissed and shit.
Okay.
So you head on over there to the Cosmos Sword School. Give me a luck roll, see if he's there. He could be fucking anywhere. He could already be dead.
That's a fail.
He's not there. But they look at the dagger and they go, "Are you the Australian?"
Well, yes, I am.
Oh, great. Come on in. You end up having lunch with them. Basically, it's a bunch of very nice people, and they're happy to see you. And one says, "Well, after lunch, if you wish, they have rapiers and masks and shit here, and the fucking vest and stuff. We'd be happy to test out your metal."
Sure. That sounds like a good time.
They think this is wonderful. They introduce themselves and all that. And give me an empathy roll.
Odd one.
These seem like very solid people to you. You're thinking that they have a lot of intrigues and shit going on, but apparently you were spoken of rather well. You're also thinking that they knew about your work and how you did, and they seem they're not mentioning it straight out, but you believe that they were impressed with the way you took charge of the guarding in the auction house, and immediately rose to the position of authority, and then did really well at it.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, they seem like people, and they're curious about you, and you listen to your various lies about Australia. Let's see. What's your acting skill? I need to roll a counter to it.
My acting is 59.
Ooh, you're not easy to fucking. Okay, so let's see. They need that. You're thinking that they may not totally believe your bullshit, but they're not calling you on it either. Maybe they know people have secrets, and so they don't really push.
Right. A little bit of bookkeeping. Did I get any conviction, any hero points for finishing over in the school?
Good point. You got one. You were barely fucking there.
Okay.
I mean, you already established yourself there, which is good, but you didn't really do much there.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Very good. And did I get any sanity for stopping the robbery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're going to play swords.
Excellent. You will be. They've got a guy who is, pretty good with a sword. You're not taking on like the one of the masters of school, but one of the normal trainers. You're thinking that they're kind of wanting to watch rather than try it themselves and stuff. So we'll be doing a standard combat, and yeah, let's see how it goes. The guy's going to start off fighting a little defensively. They
Okay.
know how to parry. So villains are first, heroes are second. Are you fighting offensively or defensively?
I'm fighting full on offense.
Wow. Okay, cool. Try it for a parry at -30 then.
Success.
Excellent. He wasn't really getting too close to you anyway, but if he had been, by God. So now it's your turn. He's going for more defensive fighting.
Yep. So he made his parry,
Uh-huh.
and I made my sword at just full.
No problem. We now go to next round. Ooh, Dance Dance Viva Revolution. Let's see. Telling someone the worst thing you've ever done is approved. Heroes are first. Your turn.
Okay. Fight defensively.
All right. He's also still fighting defensively. He misses.
I miss.
Excellent. You're thinking it could be a long fight. Next round. Heroes are first. Intimidation is approved.
Well, I attempt to porn stash him into submission.
Rather than attack or parry.
Good point.
Well, I mean,
No,
you will get a fucking card. You may end up scaring him to death, which is awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try.
Give me an intimidation roll.
That is intimidation at half.
He is going to attack at a negative. Take a card for scaring him. Apparently he's way too shook up to fucking bother to attack you. He's looking nervously at his bosses who give him the go on and fucking finish this. He's gonna try attacking. He gets more aggressive in his stance, but he's at a slight negative due to being shaken up by the porn stash. So you are first. Throwing a spear at somebody is approved, but you have no spear. So good luck.
All right, I'm going to continue to fight defensively, so I'm at -30 on my attack.
Go for it.
Fail.
You wave your sword at him. He is fighting aggressively and misses. So we now go to next round. He's trying to pull himself together, but heroes are first. Obscene gestures toward the enemy is approved.
Okay.
Probably not recommended here, though. These are honorable people.
Good way to lose a finger. Yeah. Okay, I will try aggressive.
All right.
Sword at full. Hit.
He is fighting aggressively and fails his parry. I don't need to roll damage. You get a touch. You are now 1-0. Of course, it's going to the best of 3.
Touché.
Next round. Heroes are first. Posing dramatically is approved.
All right, same thing. Same thing, just attack at full.
Okay.
Success. Touch.
Going for that parry at negative. No, he didn't quite pull it off. He's got to fight. Oh, no, he's done now. Right. Wait, no, he can still pull it back. You'd still pull it back. You need one more. So he is now going. That's the end of that round because you got to touch on him again. So he is now going for his defensive stuff. Heroes are first and hindered. You're -10 to hit his heart for some reason.
Okay. These are practice swords, right? These aren't.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're fighting with practice sword. You're not actually doing damage to each other.
Yeah. Okay.
You're first. You're -10.
Okay. I'll fight defensively this round. That is a hit at -40.
Wow. He's trying for his. No, you win. He totally failed to parry. He says, that mustache, the mustache. He retreats.
I give him a reassuring smile, and I say, "Well fought, sir."
Thank you, sir, but you are clearly very good with the sword.
That's what they say in Australia. Yeah.
He looks nervously at your mustache.
No, really, man, it's okay. I pat him on the back.
Oh, he jumps a bit.
Okay.
You laugh for a while. People try to calm him down, but once somebody's been badly affected by the porn stash, it's hard to get over, dude.
He is clearly unnerved. Yes.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
He will have to drink and weep tonight. All right. Oh, that was bracing.
Everybody is very impressed. You are out of the box. They don't think you're a remarkable swordsman, but you definitely know your way around the blade.
Right.
They say, how long are you in Melwicks for?
No, as long as it takes.
They lean forward and cock one eyebrow. For what?
My business is my own.
Very well. Yes. Oh, okay. We'll assume that you're hunting somebody who irritated you. By the way, the money here is made of paper. And let's see. Does your character have a forgery skill?
No.
Great. Yeah, it's paper. It's all paper money and shit. It's intricate paper money.
Forgery's a write-in, right?
Probably.
Yeah. No, I don't have that at all.
Okay, great. You actually can give me a detect forgery roll.
Okay.
For additional information. It's money.
Yep.
No problem. It's got various pictures of people you don't know on it. Some of the bills, I'm not sure which denomination, probably the ones or something like that, has some young, attractive lady known as Princess Danny on them.
Princess Danny. Yeah. I heard some people shouting about Princess Danny, actually. I point to the bill.
Pity.
What happened to her?
Well, yes, she can use that as ID legally. Well, apparently, she came under an evil spell.
Nothing, no more detail than that?
Oh, I'll give you more detail. I will. He looks at the camera and motions for the script. Let's see, where the fuck is it? Hold on, sorry, I've got way too many missions here. Documentation. The sleeping sickness. We're not sure exactly what caused it and stuff. Nobody is. But it is said that the magic of this area is affecting people badly. Whether they are casting it or having it cast upon them. Yes. Some sort of strange thing. We don't understand why it's happened and such, but since Princess Danny has gone into her somewhat magical sleep, everybody's been up in arms and there's much uncertainty. But the biggest problem is, of course, keeping somebody alive once they've fallen asleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a terrible shame. Huh.
It happened about a week ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you go ahead.
I was going to say, if somehow you manage to crack that nut, then you will have the gratitude of the entire country.
Yeah.
But it is said that there is only one person who could do it, but his name is not spoken by the nobility, because the nobility, the king and queen, do not like this name and will not suffer it spoken in their presence. But it is said that one person can bring her around, but it is unknown if this is true.
I see.
That person is named Alex Kinley.
I attempt to not smirk.
Give me a willpower ×5 roll not to go. If you
I'm good.
be
I'm
like,
good.
"Oh,
I didn't flip out on that one. All right.
By the way, in your brief wanderings around, this place does have a sewage system of some sort.
yeah, that was what I wanted to check out. Yeah, I
just
just want to. I don't want to explore the sewers, but I just want to get a good picture of the sewers so I can pull a sewer walk from this place if I need to.
Good man.
I'll add that to my sewers list.
No problem. Well, let me know when you actually do it, or you could say "see ya" and walk out and do it now. It's up to you.
Well, I asked them if I say if there are any positions for instructors opening up. It seems a lot less dangerous than running security, but I'm sure you're fully staffed here.
Well, for somebody who knows their way around blades and such, I'm sure a job can be found.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep me in mind then. I'm off to the sewers.
I did not expect that.
I just turned and leave.
They look at each other like, "Where you been off from a job? He's got to go to the sewers. When you got to go?
Yep.
Oh, we have a toilet out. No. He has. It's an Australian thing. Oh, if you knew more about Ford Customs." He said, anyway, you head out. Good news and bad on the sewer. The good news and the bad news is actually the same. There is no exploration stuff for the sewers. You get in there. They compared to the hundreds of different places in the other one that you've explored, the sewers of disappointment, there's none of that shit here yet. It may come up later, but you get a good enough picture that now you can sewer walk to here. This is Melwix in the kingdom of Genovia.
Right.
Melwix is Melwix.
Okay.